And now,
breaking news.
Ahoy, the news.
news
From the Weird
Wire.
All right, news from the Weird Wire this morning. I always like hearing about different countries and stuff they do, and they have the same, like problems everywhere else in the world. But you're like, I didn't know they had that. Shallow life we live here in America. Like a cowboy on a still horseshoe ride, a bunch of salmon are wanted, preferably alive. What? According to the Guardian, about 27,000 farmed salmon escaped from a cage owned by the Mowi seafood company in Norway. They're big on fish in Norway.
In Norway,
They don't have
their
salmon.
quote-unquote farmed salmon
Yeah?
is technically in a cage in the ocean.
Oh.
So they're eating what a normal salmon swimming freely in the ocean eats,
Gotcha.
but they're caged so that they get to be the correct size before they are
Oh.
harvested.
Okay. That makes sense, huh?
I've always thought that was bizarre.
It is.
It's farmed, but it's still swimming in the ocean.
How big is the cage?
Very large.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So they can swim around.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And evidently get out.
Could happen. Someone leave the gate open. If you happen to catch one of these salmon on the run, Maui will reward you with 500 Norwegian kroner. It's about $45. I guess these salmon can create some environmental issues, including reduction of genetic diversity. Those who recapture lost salmon can deliver them to the local fish reception centers.
How do you know if you caught one of theirs? They might be tagged. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, that's one of Maui's.
I guess I've never seen one that's had its tail or head. Maybe it is tagged. I don't know.
I just didn't think there would be an issue with a fish that's over in that area. But Norway knows about fish. They're big on fish. Heck, they have reception centers for fish, for local fish. But is that one local? Apparently not. A woman in China is expecting a sweet treat. Instead, got a surprise when she thought was candy exploded in her mouth. That's because South China Morning Post reports what she had actually eaten was a firecracker. The woman had mistaken the noisemaker for milk candy, blaming the similar packaging. While the incident didn't cause any pain, it did cause bleeding, and the woman reported sensing the smell of gunpowder in her mouth.
Because there was gunpowder in her mouth.
Yeah, you had a firecracker in your mouth. Well,
Maybe it had similar packaging. A firecracker looks nothing like chocolate.
True.
Once you get it out of the package, how are you like,
Wouldn't the wick kind of give it away?
this doesn't look or smell or...
This sure is a terrible tasting piece of milk candy. And I wonder, I got to thinking, what if you had fillings in both places, top and bottom of your mouth, and you chomp down on hard enough, could you make a spark?
You think of some random things.
Well, I was just worried about
Are
it.
you a Boy Scout?
But apparently,
knocking two rocks together to start a fire?
give you a whole new version of Pop Rocks. So careful. I guess milk candy and firecrackers are very similar.
At least in China.
Parts of China. Maybe they're like, what are we going to do for packaging on these milk candies? Well, they got a bunch left over for firecrackers. We could probably just slap a different label on there. That must have been what happened. And this last story just in time for Valentine's Day. If you're looking to get over an ex this Valentine's Day, perhaps the VIA Aquarium in Schenectady, New York can help. The aquarium is offering you the opportunity to name a cockroach that will be fed to one of their resident reptiles on Valentine's Eve, February 13th. For the cost of just $1, you can watch a roach named after the person who wronged you disappear into the belly of an aquarium creature forever. Not only that, the feeding session will be recorded so you can revisit the moment if you're feeling requiring it. Sign up now at the VIA Aquarium website. I bet a lot of people do that. Kevin. Sheldon.
How does this get brought up at a brainstorming meeting for the aquarium? Hey, how can we do something for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
How about we do something anti-Valentine's Day? Name a cockroach.
It's going to get eaten. I wonder what be neat if you could pick the creature. I want to. What would you have? Snake? What else eats crickets or cockroaches? Anything?
Anything that's hungry enough.
I guess. Maybe they're like a prime rib in the reptile world.
I suppose to bring this conversation full circle, you can dip them in chocolate.
Oh, that's right. Oh. So, if you're in that situation, well, there's your Valentine's Day
And
solution.
the best part, you get to go to Schenectady, because it's just fun to say.
Yeah. Schenectady, New York. I suppose they were looking for a way to drum up some business. They got all the reptile lovers.
They have to feed them cockroaches anyway. Let's make $1.
And you help out the aquarium. All for love.
Or lack of it.
Oh. That's VIA Aquarium. VIA Aquarium. Just Google that. Where you go. That's news from the Weird Wire.